long ago, when the earth was young and the stars whispered secrets to those who listened, there existed an understanding so profound that it bound all of creation together. The ancients called it the eternal flame, not a fire of wood and kindling, but the living essence of wisdom, unity, and boundless peace. Those who lived by its light knew no hunger of the soul, no war without cause, no love that was not returned. But as generations passed, men grew greedy. They sought to own the flame, to hoard its power, and in their arrogance they lost sight of it altogether. The flame did not vanish. It merely waited, and in the city of Verilia, a man named Elias was about to remember. Elias of Verilia was a historian, though not the kind who recited dry dates and treaties. No, he was a collector of lost things, myths, legends, the fragments of knowledge that others dismissed as superstition. One evening, deep in the Grand Archive's dust-soaked corridors, he uncovered a scroll so ancient its edges crumbled at his touch. The ink was faded, but the words burned into his mind. The flame is not fire, yet it consumes. It is not water, yet it quenches. He who seeks it with an open hand shall find it. He who seeks it with a clenched fist shall find only ashes. That night, Elias dreamed of a woman with golden eyes, standing in a field of white flowers. She spoke without moving her lips. The first truth is buried where the earth remembers. He woke with a gasp, his sheets damp with sweat. Elias abandoned his post at the university, to the dismay of his colleagues. Chasing fairy tales, they scoffed, but he knew this was more. His search led him to the ruins of Kalthara, a temple older than recorded history. There, beneath a gnarled tree that seemed neither dead nor alive, sat a hermit wrapped in tattered robes. "You seek the flame," the hermit said, though Elias had not spoken. "How did you? You wear your questions like a cloak." The hermit chuckled. "The first truth is simple. You are not separate from the world. The divisions you see, between you and them, between joy and pain, are illusions." Elias frowned. "That's it? Some philosophical riddle?" The hermit plucked a single leaf from the withered tree and placed it in Elias' palm. "Watch." As Elias stared, the leaf shimmered and suddenly, he felt it. The life pulsing within it, the same life that coursed through his own veins. The tree, the earth, the air, all of it was him. And he was it. A gasp escaped him. The hermit smiled. "Now you see." Months later, Elias arrived in the village of Karshan, where terror ruled. A warlord named Vaimar had enslaved the people, his cruelty unmatched. Yet whispers spoke of a ghost haunting him, a specter that left no footprints, only madness in its wake. Elias sought the truth, under cover of night. He slipped into Vaimar's fortress and found not a ghost, but her. The golden-eyed woman from his dream. She stood over the sleeping warlord, her fingers brushing his brow. Vaimar twitched, his face contorted in silent agony. "What are you doing to him?" Elias whispered, showing him his own shadow. She replied, "The second truth. Darkness is not your enemy, it is the unclaimed part of yourself." Vaimar awoke with a scream, but instead of rage, his eyes held something new. "Understanding. I saw them," he rasped. "The ones I killed. They were me." The woman turned to Elias. "Fear turns men into monsters. But when they face their shadows, the monster dissolves." Before Elias could speak, she vanished, leaving only a single white petal where she had stood. Elias wandered further, his mind reeling, in the mountains of Zur. He met a girl no older than 10, known only as the Little Sage. She healed the sick with a touch. How? Elias asked. The girl smiled. The third truth, you must let go to receive. Let go of what? Control, the idea that you must do to be worthy. The flame already flows through you, you just keep clenching your fists around it. To demonstrate, she placed her palm on a dying flower. Elias watched in awe as its petals unfurled, vibrant once more. But how do I live this? He pressed. The girl giggled. Stop trying so hard. Years passed. Elias had gathered truths like treasures, yet the flame itself eluded him. Frustration gnawed at him until, one night, he stood at the edge of a cliff, screaming into the storm, "Why show me these things if I cannot hold them?" The wind roared back, not in anger but in laughter. And then silence. A voice deep and resonant spoke from within. You were never meant to hold it, you were meant to be it. And in that moment, Elias remembered, the flame was not a thing to be found. It was the space between his thoughts, the warmth in his chest when he helped a stranger. The stillness after a storm, it had always been there. Elias returned to his city, but he was no longer the same man. He spoke the truths to anyone who would listen. 1. You are not separate. The pain of others is your pain, their joy is yours. 2. Darkness is a teacher. Fear, anger, and sorrow are not enemies. They are guides. 3. Let go. The more you grasp, the more life slips through your fingers. At first, the people mocked him, then a few listened, then a few understood, and slowly, like embers stirring in a long dead hearth, the world began to remember. Centuries later, Elias' name faded into myth, the truths were forgotten again. As all great truths are, until the next seeker arose, perhaps that seeker is you. Because the flame never left, it never will.